Can you hear me? Okay. So we have Natnam, Kenny, and hello, Han. It's your first time in my class, right, Han? Is is this your first time here? Like in this class? Oh, the fourth. Okay. So it's nice to see you today. So can you turn on your cameras, please? So how are you? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you give me a thumbs up? Okay. So how are you today? Let's have Kenny first. Hi, Kenny. Can you tell me anything about what you did today? Kenny, what did you do today? Oh, I can't hear you properly, Kenny. Can you move your microphone closer to your mouth, please? And kindly speak louder.
My little brother watch TV with my sister.
Oh, how about you? Did you also watch TV with them? Did you also watch the TV with them? Yes or no?
Yes,
Did you also watch the TV with them or no?
yes.
Yes. So what did you watch?
I don't know. My sister watch anything, right?
Oh, okay. So your sister watched anything. I can relate to that. Like, as a sister, you just need to be with them, right? So thank you for that, Kenny. How about Natnam? Hello, Natnam. What did you do today, Natnam?
uh, study and help my father with his work.
Oh, so what kind of work is that?
I don't know how to explain it.
What's that? You can't explain?
Yes, it's kind of hard to explain it.
Mm-hmm. But is it easy or quite, mm, quite hard? Is it easy or hard?
It,
It's
it uh, kind of normal,
uh-huh.
not so hard.
Okay, but are you done with it?
Yes, I'm done.
Okay, that's good. So are you ready to learn now? Are you ready to study now? Not Nam? Okay. So how about Han? Hi Han. Can you share a little about yourself? Oh, can you speak again? I didn't hear you. Oh, so you changed your school? Oh, so what grade are you now? What level are you now?
I'm in grade 8.
Grade 8. Oh, okay. So can you share why did you change your school? Is that okay?
Because in with the high school in my cities, it's there is grade 8. Uh, there are two classes in grade 8.
Mm-hmm.
So that I, I did the exam, the entrance exam to enter the schools. So,
You what? You?
you what?
The,
So I
oh.
passed the exam.
Okay, congratulations, Han. That's good to hear. So is that your like dream school or no?
Yes, that's my dream school. That's
Oh,
my dream.
okay. So congratulations. That's good to hear. So I hope you are all prepared now or you're all set. So can we start our class today? Shall we? All right. So Natnam and Kenny, can you move your cameras closer, please? Oh no, lower, please, so that we can see you better. Okay, that's better now. All right. So our lessons. Oh, we have the rules. I know you already know this. And this one, the LMS. Remember to log in to check your LMS. Okay, we are going to use this one for our lesson today. So let's have our review first. Kenny, can you read our review?
Identify question forms.
Okay. So as a review, you learned about the question forms. And also, you what is this? Kenny?
Speaking strategies, giving opinions, and asking, responding to opinions.
Okay, can you speak louder, please?
Speaking strategies, giving opinions, and asking, responding to opinions.
Okay. So kindly speak that way, all right? That's better to hear. So you have learned about how to provide or to give opinions and also to respond to opinions. So Han, can you remember any phrase to use like when you give your opinions?
Um, Personally,
Personally, good. How about Nam? Can you remember any phrase, Nam?
Can you say it again?
Can you remember any phrase that you can use when you are providing or giving opinions?
In my point of view, in my opinion,
Okay,
I
good.
think that
All right, that's correct. How about Kenny? Can you remember any phrase to use, Kenny? Kenny, can you remember any phrase? Like when you give your opinion, what phrases do you use?
I don't know.
Okay, so just remember what Nam and Han said. We have personally, I think that, in my point of view, in my opinion. Okay? So let's have our warm up. So you are three here, three students. So you will identify if the sentence is true or a lie. So kindly read. Nam, can you read and answer number one? Is this true or a lie? Kindly read first.
To form a question, we add illusory verb after the subject to form a question.
Okay. Can you read this?
Uh, uh, illusory.
Say auxiliary. So we have auxiliary verbs. Can you say that?
Auxiliary verb.
Okay. So auxiliary verbs are helping verbs, in other words. Okay, example was, were, do. So those are our auxiliary verbs. So is this a truth or a lie for number one?
Uh, True.
Truth. So let us try to follow this form. So according to this, when we make question, we will put the auxiliary verb after the subject. So Nam, can you give me one subject?
Um,
Any subject.
mm,
What's
uh,
it?
and subjects.
Yes, like you can use pronouns. That's still a subject, right? So
Uh,
what are our pronouns, Nam? Can you remember any pronouns?
let me think.
What's it? It's
Uh, there.
they. Okay, so we have they. Is it they? Was it they?
There.
Okay, we have they. And then can you give me auxiliary verb? Oh, I'll just give it. They are my friends. So we have that sentence. According to this, when we make a question, we add the auxiliary verb after the subject. So we have the subject here in the beginning, they, and then after the subject is the auxiliary verb. So the question is this a question? This sentence, is this a question? Yes or no?
Since then.
Come again.
Sentence.
This is a sentence, right? So it's not a
Yeah.
question. So therefore, is this true or lie?
La-
Lie. Good. So this is a lie because when we make a question, we have to put the auxiliary verbs before the subject. Okay? So auxiliary verbs first before the subject. Therefore, it will be, are they my friends? Okay? So do you got it, Nam? Okay, good. How about Han? Can you read number two, Han?
There is a spider web with the topic and the given clues. For answers in the speaking collaborate field start.
Okay, so was there any spidergram when you answer speaking collaborative task?
Uh, Three, uh,
Is this truth or a lie? So I'm gonna show you what is a spidergram first. For a moment, please. So this is a sample spidergram. This one. So can you remember? Can you remember this, like this picture? Or for a moment, please. Oh, for a moment. What is happening? Okay, this one. Can you remember this picture? So is there a spidergram for speaking collaborative task? Yes or no? Hello, Han. Was there a spidergram in the speaking collaborative task?
Yes.
Yes, okay, correct. So therefore this is truth. How about Kenny? Can you read number 3?
In collaborative tasks, candidates talk to each other in 2 minutes and discuss the given topic.
So is that a truth or a lie?
I think it is
It's
a little true.
true. Okay, good. So that's a truth. All right, so that's our warm up. So, for today, we are going to learn new year, new challenge, and on lesson 4, writing. So, Nam, can you read our objectives?
Structure of subject and object question, practice reading strategy, write an essay.
Okay. So we will learn the subject and object questions. So first, we'll have grammar first, writing, and summary at the end. So for our grammar, let us learn the object question and subject question. So Han, can you read our object question?
Object question. Who do you have? We have one children. Object question. The object. We use the same word order as the question.
Okay. So the object question asks about the object. Therefore, the object is something that receives the action. So for this sentence, Han, what is the object?
Grandchildren.
Okay, good. It's the younger children. So we have the subject we and the action help. And who receives the help? That's the younger children. Therefore, that's our object. Okay? Again, object are the one that receives the action. So when you say object questions, it will ask about the object. And it has the same word order as the question. So like this one, we have the W question. This one, the who. We also have, after that, we have the auxiliary verb, the subject, and the verb or the main verb. Do you got it? Anyone? Do you have any question about this? Yes or no? Can you give me a thumbs up if it's okay? Can I please get a response? Shall I proceed with the next lesson? All right, good. We also have the subject question. So, Kenny, can you read this?
The question who have you
Speak louder, please.
subject questions asked about the subject. They use the same word order as a statement.
Okay. So we have this question. Can you read this, Kenny?
Who helps you? My teacher helped me.
All right. So for this one, Kenny, what is the subject? What's the subject, Kenny?
The subject is my teacher.
Good. So that's my teacher. Very good. So my teacher helps me. So for this one, Nam, what is the object for this sentence? Who receives the action? Nam?
You say it again.
Who receives the action here? So the subject is my teacher, and what is the object? The one that receives the action. What's our action here?
Have
Helps. So who receives the help?
me.
Me. That's good. So it's the me. Okay? So it follows the word order as the statement. So we have the WH question, of course. So again, subject question when it asks about the subject. Okay? So we have here the WH, of course, that's necessary for questions, and then the verb and the subject. Okay? So, do you have any question about this one? All right, let us proceed with our next part. So, kindly open your exercise number 1. But before that, let me explain first. So, you are going to complete the questions with the words given. So, we have the words here. So, I hope you can see the words. And then you have to complete the sentence with the correct words given. So, we have the subject questions and the object question. So you have to identify the correct word choice. Let us open for a moment, please. Let us open Unit 1, Lesson 4, and it's in class exercise 1. Okay? So kindly open in class exercise 1. So are you in the LMS right now? Anyone? Han, are you in the LMS?
Yes.
Yes. How about Nam? Can you open the LMS?
Yes, I
All right.
can.
All right. So I'm going to give you 3 minutes. Please answer now. How about Kenny? Can you open the LMS now, Kenny?
Still loading.
Okay. So this is the sample answer. I only know you. And then this is the question. So what is the missing word? Okay, good job, Han. Correct. Perfect answer. So while we are waiting for your other classmates, all right, and we also have Kenny. Good job, Kenny. How about Nam? So let us try to discuss your answers as we wait for Nam. So for number one, can you read and answer Han?
Who do you know in this? I only know you.
Okay, I only know. Can you read the question first?
Who do you know in this class?
And the correct the answer is
I only know you.
all right. So is this a subject or object question? The letter A.
Um, it is a uh, object question.
Okay, the object question because it's asking for
Uh, you.
you or the object. Good job. Correct. What about the letter B?
Me.
Say who know you.
Who know you in this class? Only you know me.
All right. So this is obviously a subject question. But for this one, what is our subject?
Our subject is me.
Me?
Uh, you.
You. So who know you in this class? So it's asking about who knows you and you know me. So the receiver of the action know is me. All right? So good job, correct. Very good, Han. And one trophy for the perfect answers. Actually, all of you got perfect answers. Let's see Gia's answer or Kenny's answer. So Kenny, can you read letter A of number two, this one?
Who did he call to classmate? Answer is who did call Cole?
Mm-hmm. What's the answer?
He called a few classmates.
Good. So is this an object or subject question?
This is a object question.
Good job. Very good. So what is the object here?
The object is a few classmates.
Okay, good job, Kenny. So what about the letter B?
Who called Carl?
Mm-hmm.
A classmate called him.
So, of course, this is a subject question. So what's the subject?
The subject is a classmate.
And what's the object?
The object is him.
Alright, good job. Very good. And also, one trophy for the perfect score. And let's have Nam's answer. So, Nam, kindly read the number three, letter A.
The car damage. It damaged a wall.
Okay, so for this, is this a subject or object question?
Okay.
Object. So, what's the object here?
Um, damage
Damage.
the wall.
Isn't that the verb? Like, verb is an
The
action
wall.
word, right?
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, so who receives the verb? Who got damaged? Or what got damaged?
A wall.
A wall. So therefore, that's correct. This is our object. But you need to identify carefully which is the object, okay? So, but it's pretty. Simple. You just need to identify the verb and then know which receives the verb. And the subject is what? What is the subject here?
Uh, the subject,
Yes, the subject. What's the subject?
the car,
The car. Or in the sentence, it's
it,
it. Okay, good job. So don't forget, the subject is the doer of the action. So the car damaged the wall. So meaning the car is the subject. For letter B, can you read?
what them, what them the car, a tree that fell on it,
Okay, so is this an object or subject question?
subject question,
Good. So what is the subject here?
a tree,
Good job. Very good. That's correct. And one trophy for the answer. So that's correct. The tree, it fell, right? So it did the action. So it's the subject. One, so you got all correct answers. Now, you have to write object question and subject questions for each statement below. Okay? So since you're only three here and one don't have a pair, so let's just try to answer this. Let's have for a moment, please. Mm, let's just answer this individually at first, and then let's work on let's discuss the correct answer first. Okay? So let's have, for example, the sentence is Suzanne Collins wrote the Hunger Games book. So what did Suzanne Collins write? So is this a subject or object question, Kenny? This one. What did Suzanne Collins write? Is that a subject or object question? Can you speak louder?
This object question.
Good. It's the object question because Suzanne Collins wrote the Hunger Games book, and the answer for this question is the Hunger Games book. All right? And of course, the second it's the subject question since it's asking about Suzanne Collins, which is the subject. Okay, so let us try to answer individually. So I will give you mm, I will give you 4 minutes to think of your question. Okay? So you can write your questions here and you can also just think about the correct answer. Okay? So for a moment, please. Again, Nam, in 4 minutes, I want you to think of the subject and object questions in each phrases, okay? Or in each sentence, okay? Like this one here. Do you got it? Is everything clear? Is it clear, Nam? Can you give me a thumbs up? Okay.
yes, it's clear.
Okay, good. So can you kindly think of the subject and object question in each sentence, okay? So like the one here in this example. All right? Okay. And then, yeah, so you need to think of the subject and object questions in each sentence. So you can write your answer and you can also just recite your answer later. Okay? All right. So take your time. You still have 3 minutes. Nam, don't forget the question mark, okay? Because that is a question. And also don't forget to make the first letter a big letter. Alright? Can you remember to use the correct verb? So for number one, what did Gary Rose direct? So what's the correct word? Okay, so I'll just ask you the question. So let us try to answer the question. I'm gonna call one student in each sentence. For number one, who wants to answer? You can click the raise hand button. Yes, Han. The sentence is. Can you read the sentence first?
Gary Ross directed Ocean's 8.
So what's the subject question?
The subject question is who directed Ocean's 8?
And what's the answer? It's
Gary Ross directed
good.
Ocean's 8.
Okay, good job. What about the object question?
The object question is uh, what did Gary Ross direct?
And what's the answer?
Uh, Gary Ross directed Ocean's 8.
All right, good job. What about Nam? Can you read and answer number two?
Uh, who started SpaceX and Tesla?
Okay. What's the answer?
Elon Musk started SpaceX and Tesla.
Okay, is that a subject or object question?
Mm, okay. Subjects.
Okay, good. Correct. What about the object question?
Uh, what did Elon Musk study?
Okay, and what's the answer?
Elon Musk brought SpaceX and Tesla.
Okay, good job. Very good. And Kenny, can you read number 3? Kenny, speak louder, please.
Brazil has won the
FIFA.
Cup five, FIFA World Cup 5 times.
So what's the subject question?
The question is, which has won the FIFA World Cup 5 times?
Okay, and what's the subject? It's
The subject is what Brazil has won.
what's it? The subject?
What Brazil has win five times.
Okay, so the subject is Brazil. Good. What about the object? What's the object? Kenny, what's the object question?
The other question is, what Brazil
Speak louder, please. Your microphone.
uh, what Brazil has won which
What's the question? Can you give me your answer?
which has won the
Can you speak louder, Kenny? Sorry.
which has won the FIFA World Cup 5 times.
So that's the subject question, right? What's the object question?
The- What Brazil has win.
Has won. Okay, good, correct. That's correct. So the answer is FIFA World Cup. And we have the number 4. So this is quite complex. So I'm going to give you 1 minute to think of the subject and object question here. So 1 minute to think of the subject and object question. Okay? So you need to think of the subject and object question. All right. So who wants to go first? What is the subject question in this sentence? Cristiano Ronaldo has been voted the world's best make football player 5 times. Yes, Han, what is the subject question?
Um, who has invented the words that last with players have
Okay. What about the object question?
What with Cristiano Ronaldo?
What's it?
What did uh, Cristiano have in both?
That's it?
Yes.
Okay. So let us hear others' answer. So Nam, what's your subject question for number 4?
Subject question. Uh, who was voted as the world best mixed football player 5 times?
Okay. And what's it again? Who has?
Cristiano Ronaldo has been voted the world best mixed football player 5 times.
Is that what? That's the subject question? What's the subject question
Subject
again?
question. Who was voted as the world best mixed football player 5 times?
Okay. And what's the object question?
Mm, what have Cristiano Ronaldo voted as?
Okay. Thank you. And Kenny, what's the object question?
The object question is what has
Oh, the subject
Ronaldo
question first. Subject question.
who has been voted the world's best mixed football player 5 times.
And what's the object question?
Uh, what mm, what what has uh, what Cristiano Ronaldo has been?
Okay? So one got the correct answer for the object question, but you all got correct answer in the subject question. So very good. But the object question is okay. So Nam, can you read again? Nam, kindly read.
Cristiano Ronaldo been voted as 5 times?
Okay, so you got it correctly. So that's the correct object question. All right. Now for our review again, the object question asks about the object and follows the word order as a question. And then the subject question from the word it will ask about the subject. And it follows the statement word order. So do you have any question about this? No more question? All right. Let us proceed with your writing. So, imagine that your parent asked you to come home before 9 p.m. Do not use your mobile phone. So imagine. So if you do not agree, how do you persuade your parents? So your parent wants you to come home before 9 p.m. and for you not to use your cell phone or mobile phone. But you don't want that. So how will you persuade your parents to allow you? Let's see who will answer first for a moment. Okay, let's see who will answer first. We have Nam. So Nam, what's your answer, Nam?
Uh, I will explain my parents by convincing them that mobile phone is actually good for me because it can help me to study and contract my friend when we like summer and we can go out and hang out. We can go out to play and
Mm-hmm.
play with each other, and
Okay.
I also can play a game that can have a relaxing times.
Mm-hmm. But what about the come home before 9 p.m.? So how will you persuade them?
Can say parent by saying that come home before 9 p.m. is a little bit early because nowadays children often play allowed to go around 10 p.m. and then they go home.
Mm-hmm.
So I so if I hang out like 9 p.m. So that if I come home before 9 p.m. I cannot hang out with my friend because they often hang out together to 10 p.m.
Okay.
That
Thank you, Nam. That's a good answer. How about, let's see, Han? So how will you persuade your parents, Han?
I think that for come home before 19, it is uh, much early times. I think that um, um, we should we can go to school before 9 p.m. so that it gives time much.
Okay. So thank you for that, Han. That's good. And let's have Kenny. So Kenny, how will you persuade your parents?
If, I think if they don't don't let me use the mobile phone or iPad, I th- I think I can do it because
Oh, Kenny, can you speak
school.
louder, please?
Um, they 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 don't. I don't agree about they don't let me use my mobile phone because they use this but not me.
What's that? Because?
I know, but they can't use this, not me. Mm.
Okay,
But I
what
can
a.
use it to chat with my friend too.
Oh, okay,
I
that's.
can use it to chat.
Yes, I agree.
Chat.
How about coming home before 9 p.m.? How will you persuade them? They want you to come home before 9, but you don't want to. So, how will you persuade them?
I don't know because
What's that?
I don't know because I agree with come home before my
Oh, okay. So, that's okay. Now, thank you for your answers, everyone. Now, when you have to express opinions about an issue, you have to give explanation and examples to concrete your ideas. So, like what you said, so you will explain that cell phones are necessary to communicate with your friends, served as your pastime. It will also allow you to communicate with your parents. And you want to go home after 10 p.m. because you think that 9 p.m. is too early, and whatever examples you think that will strengthen your ideas. Okay? So these are also key things to write a good essay. So same with providing explanation. This is also a good thing when you write essay. So you have to provide explanation, provide examples when you write an essay. Okay? Now we follow a format to write an essay. So in the writing test, you will be assigned a topic with two suggestions below. So you have everyone should learn English. So this is the topic. Everyone should learn English. So do you agree? So you will make an essay explaining if you agree or not. And then you have these suggestions. So in example, you agree. So you agree because it is easy when finding a job. So you can write that. Like when you want to find a job, most of the companies want you to learn English. So, why is it necessary when finding a job? Or why is it not necessary when finding a job? So, you can write that. And also, traveling. So, why is it necessary when we travel? And why is it not necessary when you travel? So, for the third one, this is your own ideas. For example, you will say, learning English is important for our communication skills. So you can communicate with different friends, socialize with your friends from America or abroad. Okay? So that's what you are going to write. So do you got this? Is there any question about this one? All right. So I will take that as a no. So Nam, can you read this?
As a you should follow two suggestions and develop a supporting idea. You also need to add one idea by your own, but be careful not to not go off the topic.
Okay, so basically, this is the suggestions and supporting ideas. Okay, and this one is your own idea, but make sure to not go off the topic. So, this is the structure of an essay. So, Han, can you read the structure? So, first,
First, directly address the safe question.
okay.
Second, write up your ideas for the first reason.
Mm-hmm.
Third, write your ideas for the second reason. Fourth, write up your ideas for the third reason. Finally, summarize your ideas in a conclusion.
Mm-hmm. Han, have you tried writing an essay before?
Yes,
Yes.
I have written an essay before.
Mm-hmm. So I believe all of you here have written an essay already. So it will be quite easy for you. First, address the essay question. So when you address, that means answer the question right away. Provide your answer right away. This will serve as your thesis statement. And this is the most important part of your essay. Okay? Because it answers the question. For example, yes, I agree. No, I don't agree. After that, provide your reason. So for the first paragraph, you can put first reason. Second, you can put the second reason. Third, you can put the third reason. And then at the end, summarize your reasons and then conclude. So when you conclude, you will like say the importance or more like a general explanation. Okay? So you can follow our useful structures when writing your essay. So for introduction, we have these phrases. So can you read them, Natnam?
Production, it is true that it often agree that agree and also hold a belief that disagree. However, it does not mean that believe that.
All right. So when you introduce, these are the phrases that you can use. And then when presenting your ideas, that's for the body. So Kenny, can you read the phrases that we can use? Speak louder, please.
Uh, it, we can use the word is first of all, the first reason is. Secondly, second of all, the second reason is beside that.
Mm-hmm.
Last but not least, more importantly, the most important, significant, significant, significant,
What's that?
notable reason.
Say significant.
Significant,
Mm-hmm. This is notable. Notable. Kenny, notable.
notable.
Good. And for our conclusion, Han,
In conclusion, to sum up, summarize your statement.
okay. So these are our phrases that we can use. Now, also, when you write, remember the correct punctuation, okay? So kindly read them, Natnam.
You capital letter at the beginning of all sentences, like he is cooking dinner
Okay.
for the pronoun.
Continue reading, please.
For the personal pronoun, I am not mistaken, am I? For day and month, I have finished my project by the next Tuesday. For the name of people, places, nationality, and language, I have learned dialects for 10 years.
Okay. This is quite understandable. So remember when to use punctuations, all right? And oh no, not punctuation. Yes, punctuation or capital letters to be specific. And also, Kenny, can you read this louder, please?
We use full stop at the
Oh,
end.
can you read louder so that your classmates can hear?
We use full full stops at the end of most sentences.
Mm-hmm.
Anything phone number. Exclamation marks at the end of sentences to show surprise or anger. Question marks at the end of the question.
Okay, so remember this one. When you end the sentence, it's a full stop. And the full stop is a period, okay? This one, it's the period. If you want to say something that surprised you, like any expression, so you will use exclamation mark. And if it's a question, it's a question mark, okay? So don't forget these punctuations. And also, Han, kindly use. I'm sorry, kindly read.
Yes, we use commas to separate items in the list, and before or after certain words to separate clauses.
Mm-hmm.
I just have a sandwich, oranges, and a bowl of salad at midday.
Okay.
Apostrophes to show the difference and contractions. This motor is Young's birthday present.
Okay. So, comma, when you make a list, like this one, we have the sandwich, orange juice. Okay. And apostrophe if you want to show possession or contractions like wasn't, can't, didn't. Okay. So work in pairs to complete the mind map. So you can, this is the sentence or the, yes, this is the question. So kindly read this, Natnam.
Should learn English. Do you agree?
Mm-hmm.
Do you agree or disagree that everyone should learn English because of
Okay.
first reason what
Mm-hmm.
two reason the final reason.
Okay. The first, the second, and the third reason. So since you don't have one here, doesn't have a pair, so let's answer this as a trio. So for the first reason, anyone who can, oh, before that, can you like discuss first if you agree or you don't agree? So Han, do you agree that everyone should learn English?
Yes, I agree with that idea. Firstly, uh, English is an international languages
Mm-hmm.
that you can speak when you travel abroad. Secondly, when you learn English, you can talk with foreigners, foreign friends, or your friends in emails or Facebook, Discord, and so on.
Mm-hmm. How about the third reason?
Um, the reasons, I think that you can read some of the English books uh, to enrich your knowledge.
Mm-hmm. All right, that's good, Han. Very well said. Wow, you really have a good English skills. So I applaud you for that. You're fluent. How about Nam? Do you agree or you disagree?
Agree because of first is now the whole world is very modern now. Everyone go visit another country or the foreign country.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, English is now the main languages that people speak.
Okay.
So in order to travel from place to play and to talk to
Mm-hmm.
people and get advantages, you need to learn English, talk to local people,
Yes.
platform,
So,
uh, the
all right, continue answering,
what
please. Continue answering.
uh, second reason is that now learning English is necessary to require for a job because there are a lot of uh, companies that work in work in a field that related to foreign people. So
Okay.
in order to contract with the people from another country, I need to learn English so that I can get the job that they wanted.
And the third?
Mm, the third reason is I think that learning English make searching uh, for information easier because there are a lot of good information on English that you cannot get like in your language in Google.
Okay. So thank you for that, Natnam. So wow, that's also a great explanation. So wonderful. What about Kenny? So do you agree, Kenny, or do you don't you disagree? Do you agree that everyone should learn English?
I agree everyone should learn English because that you can communicate with, with the others.
Speak louder, please.
The second reason is travel to any street and travel and
Okay. Travel. And lastly,
The last reason is
what's the last reason?
the last reason is you can there might be there might be some kind of effect
Okay, Kenny.
you can
I didn't hear you clearly. Can you speak closer to the mic? What's your answer
the
again?
last reason is there might be you can understand the language, the English language, and uh, some of the objects.
Okay. All right. Thank you for that, Kenny. All right. That's okay. So, most of our answers are for traveling, for communicating, and for finding a job. So that's good. Those are the possible reasons. I know that you have your different reasons why you learn English. Why, even if it's already 9 p.m., you are still alive and listening to Teacher Eloisa. So you have your own reason. And I want you to continue reminding yourself of that reason so that you can learn English really well. Okay? So this is the sample essay. So, Nam, can you read the essay?
Uh, everyone, everyone should learn English. Do you agree? English is the international
Oh,
language
Nam,
for
before you continue, please. So, Kenny and Han, kindly listen carefully because this can be a sample answer for your next activity, okay? So, Nam, kindly speak clearly and louder, please.
yes. English is the international language for business, travel, and culture. And so it makes sense that everyone should learn in order to get many jobs. Candidates need to be able to speak English, even if your company doesn't have silent in English-speaking country. You still need English to communicate with business partners from everywhere else in the world. Similarly, when you go abroad, have you noticed that restaurant menus with the information and street sign are often in English as well as a national language, even if you don't speak the language of that country and they don't speak yours, you can always use English to get what you need. Similarly, when you go abroad, have you know what,
Okay?
why there uh,
W-
paragraph that repeat?
Oh, all right. That's the same. So you can skip that. So can we continue this one?
Finally, I think that English is important if you are a film or music fan. Many of my favorite songs, soul and film, are American or British. So speaking English it really helped me to appreciate and enjoy them. I, partic- I particularly dislike watching film with subtitle. And when I hear a cool song, it is satisfying to be able to work out the lyrics on my own. This three example illustrated why everyone needs English to get on in different area of life.
Okay. So this one, can you read abroad? Nam?
Abroad,
Okay, say abroad. Abroad.
abroad, abroad,
Some, one more time. Abroad.
abroad.
Okay. So that's the sample answer. Now you are going to write introduction and the first paragraph for the writing task below. So we have this one. Being successful in life depends more on a person's ability on how ra- than on how hard a person tries. So it's more of your ability than how much you try. So do you agree or do you disagree? So write about the studies. Thus being mm, thus having more ability important than how much you try when you study about the sports, and lastly your own idea. So what do you think? So you can write that one in our LMS. So kindly go to exercise number 2. Okay, so we have it here, notes, write about. So I'm gonna give you 7 minutes to answer, okay? So kindly write your answers here. You have 7 minutes. Oh no, 8 minutes. I'm sorry. You have 8 minutes. Like what you did earlier, you can also do that. Explain. First, answer the question. Provide three reasons and examples. And lastly, your conclusion, okay? So you have 8 minutes to finish that activity. So kindly go to LMS and answer now. It's exercise number 2. And you can start now. Again, being successful in life depends more on a person's ability than on how hard a person tries. Do you agree? So, do you agree with that? That your ability is more important than how much you try? So you can write about what's its implication in your studies. So is your ability like your born genius? So do you always have to be born genius for you to be successful rather than how much you try? What do you think? Can you be successful by being a genius than how much you try, or you can be successful even if you're not a genius but you still try? And you can also proceed with the sports. And lastly, your own idea. So you can just call me, okay? If you have any question, kindly turn on your microphone if you have any.
Teacher, I have both history and history and idea.
What's that? You?
That can I have both a we and history idea?
Hmm, okay, you can have both, but be sure to explain why you answered both. All right? Okay. Oh, before I forgot, also don't forget the capitalization and your punctuations, okay? That's your most of the students kind of mix it up or are having a mistakes with that. So kindly remember them. 5 All right? So you can start sending your answers now. So we can send, can you send your answers? So I'll give you 2 minutes to finish your answers. So again, it's only introduction and the first paragraph. Okay, so you can not write the conclusion. So what's important is that you introduce and then you explain these answers. After 2 minutes, I'm gonna collect your answers, okay? 1 minute left. All right, time's up. Only send your answers now. I'm gonna collect it, okay? Oh, where's your answers? Where did you write your answer, Nam? Oh, we have Han. Okay, Nam and Kenny, kindly send your answers now. So it's still loading. So Nam and Han or Kenny, kindly send your answers now. So while we wait for this to load, review first the let's wrap up your your lesson for today. So, when you write an essay, follow two suggestions like this one. Follow this, studies and sports, and add your own idea, but be sure not to go off from the topic, okay? Be stick to the topic. Next, we follow an essay organization. First, address the question. This is where you will answer the question, then provide three reasons. So this is introduction, this is the first or the second paragraph, and then this is the last, your conclusion. And also you can use these useful language. So kindly look at them so you can use them. And for punctuation, so use capital letters for beginning of all sentences. For personal pronoun, I, again, I is always in capital letter. Even if it's not in the beginning of the sentence, it's always capital letter. And for days like Monday, Tuesday, and months like January, February, and the names of people, places, nationalities, and languages. For example, Vietnam, Kenny, English, Vietnamese. So those are all starts in capital letters. And for punctuations, don't forget to put period at the end of sentences. Exclamation mark if you want to show surprise. Question mark if you have a question. Commas to separate items, to list your items, and apostrophes to show possession and contractions. Okay? So don't forget them. I think it's already has already been loaded. So Han, can you read your answer?
Yes. I really this table because of the reason. First, when you give us the field about and you can ask myself with the knowledge that you with. Additionally, sports is also a benefit to you to get with many words relation in other ways. You can go, you can get attend positions with the pupil in government of the group. Last but not least, in many companies today, the requirements for qualifications and degrees are more than the of the workers. Therefore, if you are knowledgeable, you can easily get admitted into
Okay.
clinic.
You cannot continue this one. So this is very good answer. So what I observed here is that you have a lot of you have a wide English vocabulary, but sometimes you just have to remember how to use them properly, okay? For example, this one. This is its benefit but should be beneficial, okay? It should be sports is also beneficial to help you acquainted with many relationships. All right? But this is really a good, like when I listen to you, Han, I know that you know a lot of English words. So do you read a lot? Do you read English? Like English books?
Yeah.
Oh, that explains. So that's what you get when you read English books. How about Nam and Kenny? Where are your answers? Kenny, where is your essay? All right, so we don't have enough time. So kindly send your essays now, okay? Send your essays now. I'm gonna redo this one so that you can send your essay again. So, we discussed subject and object questions. I believe you already know this. You also written an essay and post class exercise on LMS. Don't forget this one. So do you have any questions? No more question? Okay. So for your reflection, it's exercise number 3. So you can see it here. I'm gonna open it. Name 3 things that you've learned. 2. Oh no, 3 things that we talked about. 2 things that you've learned. And make one question. Okay? Or one thing you with. So I think I've already given a feedback to Han. So for Nam, I'll just proceed to Nam. Okay, Han? So that's just my feedback. Mm-hmm. So for Nam, you also have a good vocabulary, good grammar structure, and yes, good vocabulary and good grammar structure. But like, I just want you to work more on your punctuation, okay? And the capitalization of your letters. So kindly study that. And for Kenny, um, we have your accurate answers. So Kenny can provide really good answers, but Kenny just try to finish when you read, finish your sentences, okay? So don't cut your sentences. You need to finish them and also try to improve like your voice. Kindly speak louder next time. Would that be okay? All right? All right. So let us end the class now since we have extended. So good night, everyone. I hope you have a good sleep.
Please, my guide teacher.
Good
Goodbye,
night.
teacher.
Goodbye.
Um,
Goodbye.